Okay, gang, I was asked to do this one. This is section 3.1, number 26. We're going to do this by the limit process. All right, so remember, when you do the limit process, you first have to create f of x plus h. So x has to become x plus h. So again, x becomes x plus h, and just make sure you square all of it. Then you subtract the original over h. And again, if you let h go to 0 here, you're going to see that it's indeterminate. So we're going to simplify this complex fraction. So we're going to go with the LCD. So I'm going to go ahead and balance that. See if I have any nice markers here. Okay. Alright, so now since the denominators are the same, I'm going to go ahead and combine the numerator. So I've got an x squared minus an x plus h quantity squared over h. So there's quite a bit of work we have to do here. We're going to have to FOIL the x plus h squared. We're going to have to watch that we distribute the negative to everybody, because you have to subtract all of this. And then we're going to combine like terms. Okay, so quite a few steps here on this piece that you're going to see me do now. Alright, so here I'm putting up the bracket, and I'm going to go ahead now and FOIL this part here. So remember, when you FOIL it, you've got two photocopies of x plus h. So that's going to, I don't think you guys need all the steps, but I'll write it out just in case you do, in case I'm misjudging. Okay, so when you FOIL, you get x squared plus hx. Keep everything in alphabetical order. Then when you distribute this one, you get hx plus h squared. So you end up having two hx's plus h squared. So x squared plus 2hx plus h squared. Alright, now I've got to keep working on this. So now I'm going to distribute the negative to all three terms in the trinomial. Okay, so this part, this is the part where students might get a little knocked off, because you have to make sure you subtract all of this. You notice everybody's sign is changed. Okay, so now I can combine like terms. So this will go away. Alright, I'm just trying to figure out what's like the nicest way to write this, because there's two things you have to do here before you can reduce this. So I'm going to write it out the long way. So it's this top, this leftover stuff from the top divided by h. Now, when I do the next step, just make sure I don't lose you. In this part here, I want you to factor out a negative h. So you're going to be left with 2x plus h. Okay, so just watch that step right there. All right. If you leave the negative in, that's fine. Some people do. It's just your preference. All right, so I'm going to convert this to multiplication now. So I'm going to change this to multiplication. I'm going to flip this guy. All right, so here we go. So this and this go. Okay, so again, some of you have the negative in, some of you won't. It just depends which way you're writing it. I'm starting to think I would prefer it in at this point, but let me just keep moving, and at the end you'll see I'll have to put it back in. All right, that's as far as I can simplify any of this. So I'm now going to plug in h is 0 again. So I'm going to try to do this again. So as I plug this in, you can see I'm going to get so in the numerator, you're left with negative 2x. In the denominator, you're left with x to the 4th. Make sure you see that. Because it's x squared. This is going to leave you with an x squared when this guy goes to 0. X plus 0 is x squared. Because you're going to square this. And then this and this make 4. And then you've got to reduce this. So it's negative 2 over x cubed. Alright, so this is going to end up being the derivative. Negative 2 over x cubed. Alright, gang, I just wonder if I said anything too fast, that I need to go back. So here we reduce the h's. Then I plugged in h goes to 0, not x, right? Just h goes to 0. So I let h go to 0. So I'll have a 2x in the numerator, an x squared, and an x squared in the denominator, which combine to make x 4th. And then you reduce this, and it's x to the 3rd. So that's the derivative. Okay, gang, hope that helped. Catch you. Bye-bye.